These home invasions took the worst turns possible. You have no idea how bad they got. The woman who turned the tables on the burglars. Shocking news erupted online when Ansley, a woman from northwest Miami, turned the tables on her attackers. 2 burglars forcefully entered the home of a Miami-Dade resident. Armed with guns, the intruders quickly forced everyone to the ground. The burglars fired 6 to 7 gunshots, leading to property damage, but Ansley was not ready to give up. She quickly ran to her closet, grabbed her gun, and started a shootout that took everyone by surprise. Her husband, Daniel, snapped out of his shock and hurried to grab the gun from his wife. As soon as the couple returned their threats with force, the intruders scrambled out of the house. The attempted shotgun invasion. In Richmond, a scary incident took place. 2 shady boys were seen knocking on a door, trying to lure the homeowner out. As soon as the homeowner opened up, the 2 started to back off. At the same time, 2 masked men with shotguns in their hands popped up from behind and tried to ambush the homeowner. But their plan backfired when one of them slipped up, giving the homeowner just enough time to dash back inside and slam the door shut. Woman alone drives off 3 intruders. This wild case shook the entire neighborhood. Caught on a surveillance camera, 3 intruders forcefully entered the home of a young couple. They were casually searching the house, thinking no one was home. But they had no idea what was coming for them. The young woman quietly sneaked in from the back door with her gun raised. Seeing the weapon in her other hand, the burglars panicked. A shootout started with no clue on who started it first. In the end, the robbers scurried away in panic, seeing that there was no point fighting this brave woman. 2 of the burglars bolted out the front door, while the 3rd one sprinted out the back. This lady's wrath followed them out of the house. They were not coming back. Men pose as maintenance workers. A video of 2 robbers went viral, sending the homeowners into a state of fear. A man came to an apartment claiming to be a maintenance worker. He rang the doorbell and said that he wanted to check the air filters. The homeowner thought it was pretty suspicious and did not let him in. The robber moved on to the other apartment, but maybe he didn't find any luck there either, because suddenly something snapped inside him. He had a gun in his arm and was banging at the homeowner's house with strong kicks. To make it worse, another armed robber with a mask on his face had pulled up and was trying to kick down the door too. The duo tried very hard to slam down the door and pop it open. But by then, the homeowner had decided to charge in. He pulled out his gun and started unleashing lead at the 2 robbers. They scrambled in panic as they ducked and dodged the incoming bullets. Seeing the homeowner wasn't stopping, they ran out of the area as fast as they could. Robber runs free. This scary footage is every homeowner's worst nightmare. A robber can be seen banging down the door of a house when no one is home. He rummages through the house for over 15 minutes before leaving unscathed. He goes around the house, poking at anything that he could grab and steal. Footage shows him carrying a purse of the homeowner and moving to the other side. But then, he bounces back to try and steal the TV. Scared of leaving traces of fingerprints behind, he goes on a hunt to find 2 pieces of clothes. Then he tries to get the TV to come off the bracket. You can spot him leaving the house with a bag of goodies in his hand, clearly unbothered by who sees him. The deadly home invasion in series. This video of a terrifying home invasion has been creating a storm on the internet. The camera caught the homeowner being held at gunpoint by a robber while the other 2 crooks were on guard duty. The homeowner was pushed to the porch, being demanded that he open the door that very second. He looks visibly scared as he is forced to open the door of the house. The whole crew of thugs barges in after the homeowner, terrorizing everyone inside. One of the robbers even tries to bust the security camera, but fails to turn it off. The horror doesn't end there. These burglars were reported to have taken down a young father while his kids watched in terror. The planned invasion. This robber pulled out the most tenacious of home invasions and managed to get away. While the couple was away from home, the husband found that his Ring cameras were sending him disturbing notifications about an intruder. Although they had locked the doors, the robber had managed to slip inside the house from the kitchen window. He had rummaged around the house for minutes, and all the couple could do was stare back at the troubling footage. The intruder fled the scene, but the couple were left feeling violated. Caught breaking into the home on live video. Now guys, this case is a bit funny. The video shows two robbers who apparently smashed the back door's glass windows to get into the homeowner's house. Both the thieves thought they had gotten away scot-free, but little did they know, the homeowner was watching it all unfold on his house's security cameras, which got triggered by the loud noises. At first, he was shocked, but then his fight mode turned on. He quickly dialed 911 and asked for the cops to rush over to the scene. While the intruders were still upstairs, the police team hurried to the scene and promptly arrested them. A bone-chilling house invasion. 3 masked dudes busted inside a house through unlocked windows and started rummaging through the owner's things, leaving no stone unturned. They were on the lookout to get a hold of anything that they could steal. Suddenly, they found something pretty expensive. Lo and behold, they stumbled upon the car keys to the owner's BMW. They picked it up and decided to take the ride for a spin, while the owner was left with nothing but this scary footage. Home invasion on their Ring camera. Another freaky video has made its way to the internet, and it is not pretty. The video shows a gang of burglars busting into a house and forcing the kids to drop down on the floor. One of the burglars even dragged a girl by her hair to search another part of the house. They were tearing the house apart, searching for things to steal, when a voice startled them. The parents who were outside had freaked out when they saw their kids being mercilessly ordered around. They quickly yelled at the intruders through their cameras and threatened the crooks that the cops were on their way. The robbers got all panicky and immediately bolted out the door in a few seconds. Mom protecting her kids in California. This scary footage got a lot of attention. A woman named Brittany checked her surveillance cameras and noticed there was an unidentified person in her house, rummaging through the things on her bedside table. Instead of leaving the house, the man went straight to the garage, and Brittany quickly ordered her kids to hide in their panic room. She grabbed her gun and went straight to the garage. After informing 911, Brittany confronted the intruder herself, and a few minutes later, the police arrived at the scene and arrested the man. Masked men confront the homeowner. This man is the reason why you should keep your doors locked. A man was caught on the camera carrying a huge toolkit. He tried breaking the window and the main door, and then even tried his luck on the sliding door. But luck wasn't with him, so he got creative and tried to use the shovel to prop the latch of the door open. He tried for 15 minutes to get inside the house, but his attempts went in vain. That was until he went a few blocks ahead and tried his luck at a different house. Men try to invade a house. This group of men were seen lurking outside a house, and their intentions were not the best. The 3 strangers approached a house and rang the doorbell. They claimed to be from the gas company and said that they wanted to check out the meters. One of them was wearing an orange vest, but the family were wary of their outfits. They had doctor masks and hoodies on that instantly made them look suspicious. The family refused to let them in, so the group left. But then, something frightening happened. The family came out to see who the strangers were and what they wanted. But as soon as they came out, the masked men came darting at full speed after them with guns in their hands. The family scurried away in panic and ran back to their house, closing the door shut. The robbers chased them down only to find the door locked. They tried banging the door, but their efforts went in vain. Masked men invade an old couple's home. An elderly couple were in their homes when two men barged in and started to intimidate the duo. Paying no heed to their ages, they started ordering them around and even verbally abused them. The old man was sitting in the armchair and couldn't walk without support. But the duo forced them to move to the closet. Once the old couple was out of view, they rummaged through the house and picked up the phones lying on the couch. Then, they did something pretty interesting. They went inside a room and brought out a safe. They were seen leaving with it. Do you think it was planned? Men break in and out in 2 minutes. The two men, with long black masks, headed straight for the homeowner's room. One of them goes inside and lunges at the chain on her neck. Shoving it violently, he managed to break it off and headed outside. The two went on to grab the woman's cell phone and even scoured through the bedroom to steal anything else that they could find. Masked men confront the homeowner. This one's going to give you goosebumps. A homeowner was making his way down to the house when he got ambushed by 5 masked goons right on his porch. The crooks then held the homeowner at gunpoint while he propped the door open. The group followed behind the man and stole a bunch of things before leaving. Reports say that they took cash and a few unidentified narcotics with them. The strange intrusion. A small boy opened the door only to be ambushed by a bunch of strange men with guns in their hands. They leaped forward and raced down to the other room where the mother was sitting. They forced her down on the couch, pointing the gun at her. The heart-wrenching thing is the small boy trying to fight off the robbers on his own when they ordered his mother around the house. It is unclear what the group was after because they spent a few minutes terrorizing the family with their guns and then leaving without a trace. Home intruders terrorizing the elderly. This gang of robbers stooped so low that they decided to target an old couple. An old man and his wife were babysitting their grandkids when 2 masked robbers snuck inside the house. One of them dragged the old man upstairs to rummage around the valuables, while the other one stayed behind with the old lady as he scoured the ground floor clean. The men left with a huge stash, around $10,000 worth of cash and jewelry. The dog guarded outside the house had tried to stop the armed robbers, but its attempt was futile. The robbers had gotten in and fled with ease. The 3 Stooges. These intruders came storming inside the house only to be sent back from where they came. The group of robbers had come in at night, slowly making their way inside the kitchen. The homeowner was in his bed watching videos, unaware of the little commotion while the woman was in the other room. The Stooges were back in the kitchen, but the noises had alerted the woman to get into action. She came with her gun blazing and started unleashing lead. By this time, the homeowner had woken up too, due to the noise of the fires. But the woman had claimed the victory all on her own. The scary home invasion. This family definitely did not expect this terrifying home invasion to knock on their doors. They were coming from the grocery store, but had no idea a group of robbers were trailing behind them. The house was full of young kids roaming around, when suddenly a man held up at gunpoint made his way inside the room. One of the robbers searched through the whole house while the other kept shoving the homeowner, demanding where he had hidden the safe. He kept repeating about this safe, and when the 2 gunmen couldn't find it, they left. Man with the shotgun. The masked intruder came running up the stairs and pointed the huge gun at the girl sitting on the couch. She couldn't move out of fear. But that was not the case for her fiancé. He walked out of the kitchen and leaped at the intruder. The two wrestled until the crook dropped his weapon. The robber got so scared of the fiancée that he dashed down the stairs, but the fiancée was not willing to let go of him. He got dragged along the stairs with the robber, who was forced to run out of the door. He had messed with the wrong house. Masked men confront the homeowner. This angry old man decided to rob a house first. Boy, did he choose the wrong time. The 54-year-old man came barreling towards the front door of the house and banged it once. Then he tried kicking down the door. When that didn't work, he went towards the window and started screaming offensive words. The family inside was pretty scared. The old man tried once again to break down the door. This time, he succeeded. He went charging inside the home with a knife drawn, threatening to attack the children's mother. She was so scared that she came down with guns blazing and took down the intruder. Although it was self-defense, you cannot imagine the pain and fear this family might have gone through. The big robbery. This family experienced one of the most disturbing home invasions. A robber, dressed as the FedEx delivery guy, had gotten himself inside the house. But he didn't go alone. His partner soon followed his trail and stormed inside the house. The elderly couple and their granddaughter were all tied up with tape and were forced to sit down on the couch. The young girl tried to hop around to the other end of the room to get help, but she couldn't succeed. The robbers fled the scene while carrying a huge safe back into a getaway car where another thug was waiting. Masked men steal from two women. Two masked men had come racing towards this house, robbing two women of their sleep for a long time. The men came inside the house and immediately split. One of them came at the woman lying down on the couch, took her phone and wallet, and ordered her to stay put. The other went inside the room where a woman lay bedridden. The two searched through the house, stole a few goods, and then fled the scene. The ferocious fight. Three masked men came down to rob this house, but they were about to flee like cowards. All three of them took turns to ram the door open, claiming that they were cops. They tried kicking the door down, banging at it and even slamming it, but it didn't work. All the noise had woken up the homeowner, though. He grabbed his gun and started unloading it on the burglars. One of them smashed the glass, while the other one almost missed the crook. Which one did you find the most horrifying? Let us know in the comments. Remember to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to share it with your friends to spread the word about staying safe. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, stay safe, stay happy, and stay awesome. See you in the next one.